What up, blood? What up, cub? What up, blood? What up, gangsta? 2003. Welcome back to a journey through a Stardew Valley challenge, the fifth candle, episode 6. If you're here for Diablo, we'll be back there in preparations for season 11. I guess that's here in the end of June. We'll be playing Witch Doctor again, even though everyone else is going to be playing Necro. If you're here for Magic, I'll be back playing some Vintage Cube when that comes out, Holiday Cube. Hopefully that'll be the end of June as well. I'm going to start actually streaming that. But if you're here for Stardew Valley, you came to the right place. Episode 6, we've got 2 weeks here for you, week 3 and 4 of summer. We made a lot of money off the blueberries. As expected, we were able to take care of what we needed to do. I ended the month at about 375K, which we're on pace to make $1 million after the year, which is cool. I ended up upgrading my barn, and I noticed some things about wood. And that was, every single time I was going to get construction, I was having to buy additional wood from Robin for 10 gold. And normally this is like a huge no-no, like you don't want to buy wood because it's just like there. But honestly, I guess I was progressing through the game fast enough there just wasn't enough available wood. And so two things. One, I realized that I actually, almost without thinking, I was chopping down like the tree sapperlings, like not the stumps, but like the trees before they got big, which is bad. You don't want to do that, so I definitely messed up there. But also, with that said, buying the wood actually wasn't that bad at all. For example, let's say if I needed 200 wood, which was pretty common, if not more, 200 wood is only 2,000 gold, which is like nothing. So just something to think about in the wood department. Wood is like deceptively useful in many things, like tappers and machines and devices. Like you need a lot of wood in the game, and if you mess around and don't chop the right things, then you're gonna be having to buy wood, which isn't really that big of a deal. Anyways, no worries. So another thing that I'd probably change with this playthrough is the relationships. I'm just smashing right through that. So I've got a whole half of the year left, and everyone's about where almost I need them to be. So I would spend way less time trying to get everyone up to the 7.5 hearts, and I would focus way more on my animals and trying to get the greenhouse faster. And I guess the very last thing that you need for the greenhouse is a pumpkin to be grown, but making sure that you do everything to right when the pumpkin comes up, like on the 13th or the 12th of fall, then you can immediately get a greenhouse as well. Also, I would probably switch to fruit bats, so I wouldn't have to worry about any of this tree business a while. I'm having some bad times with trees, as you know, hashtag 200 trees. But if you're new or looking for what's a better Demetrius science project, go with the mushrooms. It's a lot better, but the fruit bats make sure, I think, that you just don't have to plant any trees at all. So I still have to plant some trees in the greenhouse later, which is going to be kind of a pain. Alright, so we were farming for the prismatic shard, never got it. I know it's pretty rare, and honestly I'm not going to be able to buy the Omni geodes from Sandy in the desert until at least our first cranberry harvest. But I was hoping that maybe I could pick up a prismatic shard from somewhere, maybe a geode or maybe in the mine, but we haven't gotten that lucky there. And also, the gypsy still hasn't gotten us anything that we're looking for. So, some minor concern there. Also, I feel like it's taking forever to really level up forging. Maybe that's because I've been chopping down a lot of sapperlings, and so I'm losing some stuff there. But, I mean, we have half of the year left, and we're at level 8 forging. But and if worse comes worse, we have to go into the secret forest every morning and just chop the hardwood that spawns there every day. I was hoping that the desert would really spike us up. We'd cut all the trees that spawn there and all the forging stuff that's there, but it really didn't help that out at all as much as what I thought. Let's see what else I have here. So last week, I think it was version 1.2 came out for Stardew Valley, and although it was mainly just like language stuff, there were a couple important bug fixes that was interesting. The main thing is that the kale fix still isn't come through. So little known fact, kale, or actually anything harvested with a scythe, still doesn't give farming skill. And this is important for fix number 2. Now your farming skill actually determines increases your percent chances of higher quality farming products. All right, what does that mean? Let's dive into that just 1 second. Each time you level your farming skill, your percent of a silver or gold quality farming goes up. But it was coded originally in the game previously. Your farming skill was either 0 or 10. And I'm pretty sure this is correct, but this is my understanding. So you had a huge bump in. It was basically 0. I mean, fertilizer still worked, but let's say like if you were farming level, 2 through 9, it didn't matter. Or 1 through 9 actually, 0 through 9 didn't matter. And then right when you made it to 10, you had this huge increase of value of your crops. If anyone has any questions about that, just hit me a question. I'll be happy to. We can dive into it a little bit more. But yeah, it kind of stinks that kale doesn't give farming skill, and I think farming skill is actually really important. So that's why, if you're really min-maxing, I was discussing with some dude on Reddit today. It's just not. Kale is just not a great thing to plant, even though I think it's actually better than potatoes. Takes a little less water. Let's see. All right, the last thing I want to ramble on about is the fish found in the mine. I found myself with a lot of free time, so I wanted to knock out some things that I needed to do anyways. We were able to find the lava eel and the sandfish pretty easily, but I just cannot seem to hook a ice pip. And actually, those fish are actually really hard to catch too. So if you are in the mine, if you do end up hooking one, make sure that you are prepared and like have the right tackle and the bait or whatever that helps you catch them, because they're really rare. And unconfirmed, I don't know this, but I think it's true. The higher percent your luck is, like so what the TV tells you, or maybe like luck food, will increase the bite rate of these like rare fish. I think unconfirmed though. I'm gonna have to end up catching the ice fish. I mean the ice pit probably in the winter, which is cool, no problem. So that's all I have for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week, and I'm really excited to finally finish up my first 5th candle challenge, because I'm super excited to start longevity mod. Which is basically, if you're unfamiliar, it's a mod that RT Goat has made, and it's really, really good, and it's really hard. It looks really hard. It looks intense. And I'm going to be trying to do the 5th candle challenge over the course of 2 years on the longevity mod. And so look forward to that. And I still want to play some RimWorld. I've been smurfing some League of Legends with my roommate a little bit. It's been a little fun. And also, let's see. Let me know if you have any questions or what you think. Thanks. Take it easy. Bye.